and gentlemen, my name is Kevin Jackwitz. This is the Kaged Review, and this is a review for WWE Raw. This is for August 13th, 2018. And I'm going to get right into this, try to make it as short as possible. Raws are longer shows, they have a little bit more content to them, so I'll try to cut it down. You open up with Ronda Rousey, and immediately they acknowledge Jim Neidhart, who of course just passed away. So, that was kind of rough. Natty, of course, not there. And then you get Ember Moon, Alexa Bliss. Alexa does a promo with Alicia Fox, and you know they're bringing in security for her because of Ronda Rousey, and it becomes Ember Moon versus Alexa Bliss, and that turns into a DQ because Alicia Fox decides to help out her buddy Alexa. Heel heat, pointless, not really anything to make a big stink about. And one trend that you'll notice moving in to the next couple of weeks here is that they've had the women really a focal point, especially coming into Evolution. But the problem is that they're using, in my opinion, all the wrong women. Alicia Fox, although she's been there for over 10 years, she's definitely not the best in the ring, and that's been proven time and time again. And they've since brought the Bellas back and had the main event shows, and it's been horrible. Just fucking horrible. Backstage, you get a Kurt Angle, Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre segment. Rollins apparently has travel plans for the match tonight with him and Ziggler, so we'll figure that out. Then Baron Corbin takes on Tyler Breeze. Don't know why they put this match together. It didn't make any sense. It did nothing for either guy. Tyler Breeze has done nothing, and Baron Corbin is not that great. Corbin wins, okay, don't care. Then you get Jinder Mahal versus Finn Balor, which turns into Jinder Mahal and Kevin Owens versus Finn Balor and Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman and Finn Balor get the win, but of course Baron Corbin attacks Finn Balor. They've had this feud going on, hits him with the End of Days. Heel heat for Baron, but I'm not a Baron guy. I'm not. I cannot get behind that guy. He does nothing for me as far as, you know, in-ring entertainment or, you know, promos. He just doesn't. And then you get backstage, Kurt Angle, McIntyre, Ziggler bit, same thing. You know, what's going on with Seth Rollins? No big thing there, nothing that stands out. And then you get some local nobody, Ricky Roberts, and Elias. I don't know why, didn't make sense. And then, of course, Bobby Lashley is going to come out. And this wasn't even so much a match as like a promo bit, honestly. And it just didn't work for me. Just didn't. Bobby Lashley has been in some of the worst promos I've seen in a very long time, and they just consistently put him in these garbage roles. I don't know why, but whatever. Backstage, you get a B-Team promo real quick, and then you come back from commercial, and it's the B-Team versus the Revival versus Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt. B-Team win, and I gotta say, the match, it was what it was. It wasn't great, it wasn't terrible. But I cannot get behind the B-Team as champions, as legitimate champions. I can't. You know, I've said before, we're living in a time where Carmella is SmackDown Women's Champion. You've had Nia Jax as the Raw Women's Champion. You've got the B-Team as the Raw Tag Team Champions. The problem with every one of these names is none of them can wrestle. None of them can wrestle. And the B-Team is probably the best of those names. But they cannot get their personalities over to save their life. Like, they just cannot. There's something about them that just does not connect. And so for me, I cannot take them as legitimate champions. I can't. Backstage, you get Angle with Ziggler, McIntyre Part 3, same shit, where's Seth Rollins, blah, blah, blah. Nothing big, same old shit. Then you get in-ring Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman promo. Paul Heyman's kind of playing to Roman Reigns and, you know, acting like he's really pissed off at Brock Lesnar, and it winds up that Paul Heyman maces Roman Reigns, and then Brock Lesnar comes out to the ring and just destroys Roman Reigns, and that's what it was. Decent segment. Decent. I thought it was a good kind of miscue at the beginning, and, you know, kind of a bait and switch thing, which was, it worked. It worked. Not bad. And then after that, you get Bobby Roode, Titus O'Neil, and Apollo Crews versus Mojo Rawley and Razor and Akam from Authors of Pain. I haven't been too big on the AOP Titus Worldwide feud. I don't know that anything has stood out to me about it. They're trying to build up Authors of Pain as the big badasses. Titus O'Neil and Apollo Crews have done virtually nothing lately, so this really didn't sell for me. And Bobby Roode, you can really see where he's been positioned in the WWE roster. It's the low mid-card. He really has not stood out at all since he's been pulled up to the main roster. So it's kind of a sad thing because I think Bobby Roode is pretty damn good. Backstage, you get Kurt Angle, Baron Corbin. They've been bickering back and forth since he got the Constable gimmick. And I fucking hate the Constable gimmick. I do. Anytime you have a heel power position in the WWE scripts, it's going to be the same shit recycled over and over and over and over again. And this is no different. So I was not a fan. I didn't think it was that great. And I'm just not a fan of Corbin as it is. Like, the guy is not that good. Especially on a microphone. Especially on a microphone. So there's that. Then you get in-ring, Kurt Angle, Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre. They're all saying, you know, where's Seth Rollins? And he's going to have to forfeit this match and blah, blah, blah. And Seth Rollins shows up and he says, you know, it wasn't my travel plans that were delayed. It was somebody else's. And then in comes Dean Ambrose. So Dean Ambrose has come back after injury for quite a long time. And I gotta say, the first impression, like, Dean Ambrose is a lot bigger now. Like, he's definitely got a bigger physique. He's been in the gym, you can tell. And he's also got a shaved head. So, I mean, there was a little bit to talk about, you know, his hair was kind of one of the things that set him apart. But honestly, I think it looks good, and I think it was time for him to change his look. So I think that it worked. I don't think that it was a terrible idea. So Seth Rollins comes in with Dean Ambrose, and the war ensues with those two and Ziggler and McIntyre. And that's where they leave off the show. It was a pretty cool ending. I like that. I was glad to see Dean Ambrose back. And the only other thing that I want to make mention of is this is the first time they had Renee Young on commentary. And they made a big deal about, you know, it's the first woman who's ever going to be on commentary for an entire show. Well, that's fine. And she did okay. Okay. She was not great. And I'm not hating on her, don't worry. I'm not, like, saying she was bad. But at the end of the day, she didn't add much to it. So that's what that is. I mean, you know. They had a couple of cool things. You know, definitely bringing Ambrose back, I thought was cool. But they also had some pretty cringe shit, too, like the Bobby Lashley Elias thing. And overall, I don't know that the matches really set up anything. They had a couple of really thrown together who gives you shit matches. Baron Corbin versus Tyler Breeze, for example. So, a little bit better, but not by a lot. So I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10. And that's kind of how I feel about Raw for August 13th, 2018. So that's where I'm going to leave it. 3 out of 10. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. My name is Kevin Jackowitz. Kaged Nation, out.